Hello again and welcome back for another episode of Steven Goes to the Movies. Cynthia and I just left Bumblebee. We got these little minifigures because I'm a Prime member, and it's cute. But I gotta say, after seeing the movie and how much fun it was, I want to go get a real Bumblebee figure to prominently display. Did you like the movie?
I really like the movie, and I don't like those kind of movies, so...
Right? Nah, I mean, like, I hated most of the Transformer movies, but this one was just, it was so well written.
Yeah.
It was well acted. I gotta say...
quite a lot of comedic moments.
There was a lot of comedy, and it was well written and well timed comedy.
Yeah. Really good soundtrack.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, you can't really, you can't beat the 80s for a soundtrack to a movie.
Yeah.
And this one...
Kind of a little, like, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 type thing.
Yeah.
With the comedy and the music.
Right, yeah, it was very Guardians of the Galaxy-esque in terms of, like, the banter between the characters and all that kind of stuff.
I really like John Cena's character because I didn't realize he was an actor.
He's been in a few things, yes.
I only know him from the meme. Because I don't watch wrestling.
Right, yeah. It was just fun, and I definitely recommend seeing it. You know, we saw it in a regular theater. I think this is the kind of movie that would have benefited from being in, like, the Dolby or the Prime or IMAX. Something where the sound booms a little harder and the seats maybe shake a little bit. It didn't need it, but I think it could have enhanced it for sure. I guess we can kind of, the plot of the movie, which was solid. It starts off on their home planet as the Decepticons are fighting with Optimus Prime and everybody else. He sends his troops off the planet in spacecrafts, escape ships to disperse among various planets to hide away, and Bumblebee ends up on Earth. And they do a good job of helping us understand how he loses his voice and all that other stuff. How he ends up as a junked out beetle, and how she comes to find him.
I thought that was a good character development of her, like working on her dad's car to finding the beetle and making the deal with
getting the beetle to run.
It was nice it was a good way to show her character without telling us.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Because I feel like a lot of kid movies, they just kind of tell you exactly what they want you to know. Mm-hmm. And this one, it showed us a lot more and didn't really tell us. And I like that.
Yeah.
Of course, there had to be a dead parent.
I don't know why. I don't know why it, of course, had to have that, but it does seem.
There's always a dead parent.
It does seem in most storytelling. I was gonna say most modern movies, but it's been like that for a long time. The easiest way to give a character emotional impact is to have someone that they love be dead. That was probably the weakest part of the story for me. That she was a diver and she quit diving.
Yeah, I thought that was
because her dad died, and then of course at the end she dives. And she's throwing out her diving trophies, and her mom's like, "You're gonna regret that one day."
You know what I thought was the weakest point was the whole story with the cool guy jumping off the cliff thing.
Oh,
and the girl.
No, that was completely unnecessary.
Didn't need that. That was unnecessary.
I really expected there to be more of a payoff when they made the bitchy girl bring up the dead dad, and I was like, okay, so they're gonna kill her now, right? And then all they did was they go and they trashed her house and her car, and that was it. That was the end of all of that story. Those story elements.
They were never brought up again.
No.
They were kind of introduced in the beginning with her accidentally spilling all the food on the guy. Right,
which I guess that she's looking at him after he takes his shirt off, and we're supposed to assume that means that she has a thing for him. But she never actually, she never actually says it or shows it in any other way. But yeah, it was, that was, you're right, that was completely unnecessary to the story, to have anything to do with...
It was slightly a bonding thing with her Slightly.
but then
But
it
not
also
quite.
kind of, because her neighbor has a crush on her, and as the movie progresses, she and him become closer. He learns Bumblebee's secret. They go driving together, all this other stuff. And in that one scene where the crush dude, like the hot dude, jumps off the cliff, Bumblebee is basically like pushing her to go do it, while she's kind of bonding with this other dude that's been in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about an awkward ride home.
Yeah.
If she had jumped off the cliff to be with the hot dude, and then she's driving home with the neighbor dude.
I don't know if Bumblebee was trying to set her up with the hot dude, whereas like
Or just trying to get her to break out of her shell.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because he saw her diving in that video.
Oh, that's
beforehand.
true. That's true.
So maybe he was just trying to get her to do something she used to do, sort of thing.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. They did have a post-credit scene, one whole credit into the credit scene. It said directed by, and then we had the stinger come up, and it was double spoiler alert. Basically, they're just saying there's going to be another one.
Oh yeah. Of course there is, babe.
Of course. I mean, this is the sixth Transformers film.
They wouldn't be.
But there will be another one.
There'll be another.
And this is the sixth one, but it's also the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that, because I think like if they can stay on this story-driven path, rather than just being all about the big explosions and all that, and the mechs and all that kind of thing, then I think, and maybe they can keep the what's the word? They can keep it where they make sense one after another.
Yeah.
The last 4 movies have basically like, hey, you remember everything that happened in the last one? Forget about that. So if they can keep an actual storyline going, then I'll be there for the next one.
Yeah.
I guess recommendations, I say go see it.
Yeah, definitely. There was like a child crying.
Oh yeah.
At the end.
Warning, children may take this a little too seriously.
Yeah, so I feel like kids would love this movie.
Oh yeah, no, kids and adults alike. You like 80s themed stuff, you'll love this.
If you don't like 80s themed stuff, maybe.
Yeah,
not.
maybe if you hated the 80s, you may not be such a big fan of this movie. Thank you, Cynthia, for coming with me, of course. And thank you all for watching, if you still are. I forgot to say it at the end of the Mary Poppins review, but let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bumblebee demands it. And have a wonderful day.